He didn't say 2 or 1.
No, I
He
don't.
didn't.
You don't say 2 or 1 when you start. That way it doesn't bleed
Yeah, but
into the.
you're supposed to point.
But
You're supposed to go. You're supposed to go 5, 4, 3.
3, 2. But I'm the one that's cued in, so it's my cue. Hey everyone, it's a working podcast. Pardon our
Don't call
mess,
yourself cute.
but it's a working podcast. My name is KP.
Faye,
There you go.
Sharissa.
And we have a special guest.
Are we starting?
We
Are
have
starting now?
actually started.
What's up, everybody? My name is Dre.
Yeah, a special guest.
Andre Luis Diano Echave.
No, that is not your full name.
Yeah, dude.
Is it really your full name? I've never known your full name.
I have two. My first name is 2, like times 2.
Oh, what the
My
heck?
That's a
My
Filipino
legal-
trait.
That is a Filipino.
yeah, for sure. My legal first name is Andre Luis,
Andre Luis.
which was gonna
Now
be my
everyone knows
stage
your legal
name.
name.
That's fine.
Andre Luis. Well, my.
That was gonna be. You're Paul Michael.
I'm Paul Michael. That is my legal first name. Paul Michael. Anyone else?
So you're.
Do I want to share mine?
I don't know.
I'll look it up.
It's online
I already,
anyway.
yeah, I already have mine. It's Sharissa Janelle. Mine is Alexander Faye.
Alexander.
That's cool.
Cool. All right. So now that we've all done that, let me go through just all the legalese of the beginning of the podcast. So this is once again a working podcast. Pardon our mess, but it's a working podcast. You can find our podcast here live. Usually, I know this is a little different on Monday, but usually every Saturday afternoons, live on both Facebook, on my Facebook, or you can also find it.
D&D podcast.
Oh yeah, so I saw that as
Sorry.
well too. Shout outs to Sai, who wants a D&D podcast. Hey, did you want to do a D&D thing? I actually have a friend that does D&D, and I'm trying to get into his.
I want to play. Can I play?
I'll ask. He's trying to host one, but he also wants to
Yeah,
host
I
it
want to play.
while people you have to actually film with him because he actually hosts a channel. I'm not gonna shout them out right now, but he hosts a channel that only does D&D type scenarios. Anyway. More on It's a Working Podcast. You can also find us on Twitch, twitch.net/KuiPaulGames Live every Saturday afternoon. You can find us on the VODs every Monday on YouTube, youtube.com/user/Varo07, or on the audio podcast every Tuesday on Spotify. Just search Square Mile City. And once again, we do have a guest, the Dremagix.
Woo!
It's the Dremagix. It's that one. It's the one that I don't know if you know any others. Also, shout outs to everyone online who is with us live. Shout outs to Jerry Grimble, great music. Look his music up. Also, shout outs to Sai, who wants us to do everyone just got disconnected. What the heck happened? Why, of all times and places, would you disconnect now? What in the world? What just happened? What happened to the connection? I have to call everyone back. What in the world? Sheesh. Okay, let's call everyone back, I guess. What the heck just happened? Well, like I said, guys, this is a working podcast. So let's try to get everyone back real quick. Oh my gosh.
Welcome back. Oh, we moved around.
Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh no.
It was like a
A swap.
what do you call
Hey,
that?
it's a working
Chinese fire drill.
It's a working podcast, guys.
Electric shuffle.
What just happened? Hold on. I don't have everyone. I have to
Now
reset
Messenger
the
is
whole
popping
thing.
up on the live.
Oh, I might have to redo this whole thing. Oh, hold on. Freaking A.
Dude, what
And
websites
we'll
are
be
you
right
looking at?
back. And we'll be right back.
Oh, and I want to. Oh man, I missed it.
Hold on.
What
I'm going to put
websites
this
are
thing
you
in right
looking at?
now. As I
We
do
see your
this.
browser history,
Hold on.
KP.
Hold on.
What is Beyblade Babes? What is that?
What is that?
Stop it.
Exactly.
Stop it. See, she's thinking it's true, dude. Freaking.
Because she
Don't
doesn't
do
see it,
that.
so she doesn't know.
Don't
She
do
doesn't-
that. Don't do
What
that.
is that?
Don't do that.
What is bangus.com?
Don't do that.
You trying to buy fish? What is
I want to go there.
Oh no, you don't want to go there.
Bangos.com?
Bangos.com. Not the way he thinks it. Hold on.
They sell perfume.
Where's
Do they?
mine, dude?
They sell bangos.
Ay,
Bangos.com.
ay. Oh, my thing is so screwed up. Hold on. There, that should be better. Oh
Guess
my
I can
gosh.
put blush
Okay,
on
I
now.
think we're back. Okay, now we're back.
Your logo confuses me.
Which one?
Why?
The Cleo Paul
It's a
one.
square.
Because I don't know where all the letters. I don't know which letters the words go to.
I was told.
It goes from left to right.
I was
Yeah,
told
but
by
they're like-
several what you call it graphic designers that if I didn't do it that way, people would have trouble reading it the other way.
I have trouble reading it. Don't make it a square.
Do you have something against
No.
squares?
Well, if it makes things illegible, then
You
it
don't
might
like
not be the
SpongeBob?
best. I don't like SpongeBob.
Wow, he's a
No.
SpongeBob hater.
No.
I don't know if we could be friends.
Well, you know what? I
What?
forgot what you didn't like, and so which meant it was really important to me.
It's not that I didn't like it, it's that I
Well, there's
didn't
that.
agree with your statement.
What was
Keeping
it? I
that in.
forgot.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not saying it.
Why? What
Because
was
if it was that important to you, you'd remember.
What if I have Alzheimer's?
You don't have Alzheimer's.
How do you know that?
Oh my
You
gosh.
don't know.
Anyway.
Maybe you have Alzheimer's.
Oh shoot! What are we
You
talking
see?
about?
Your argument's unraveling.
I forgot what we were talking about because I have Alzheimer's.
Your
Yeah, that was
argument's
the point of the joke,
unraveling.
but now it's too late.
Oh, okay. Well, as a part of Working Podcast, we usually have topics. It doesn't really feel like we need a topic today. Finally, Kingpin is here. Hi, what's up, Kingpin? We
My
are
name is
finally
Dre.
having
Hello.
Kingpin.
we do have a guest today, Dremagix. And as always with this podcast, we do have we usually set it up with basically a question or subject that we talk about basically for the rest of the podcast. And because he is our guest for today, the Dremagix actually has a topic for us to talk about. So Dre, take it away. What are we talking about today? And what questions you have?
Do I tell them the one you gave me, or I can just make one up? How's that for meta?
While you think about what the answer should be, Sai does say that we were talking about Beyblades, so we can keep talking about Beyblades.
Beyblade Babes is a website KP likes to go on.
I don't
Oh
want
my
to know
gosh.
what websites he likes to
He's
go
just
on.
he's just trying to find love in a spinning world, you know?
Oh wow!
In a spinning world.
See that? You see that? See how I did
Oh my
that?
gosh!
Hey, artists, what are you doing in COVID? Is that what I was supposed to?
I
How do
mean,
you be an artist? Hold on, let me do it.
Yeah, do it.
How do you be an artist in COVID coronavirus?
Teardrop emoji.
I'll do it.
Just read the script.
Hey, which script?
This isn't scripted.
Hey, artists, how are you? Hold on, I don't like that.
Well,
Hey, artists, what are you doing? COVID-19. What are you doing in quarantine?
quarantine.
There you go.
Quarantine. So what are we answering?
Who's gonna answer? I gotta ask and answer the question. That's not interview.
Okay. This isn't
That's a
an
monologue.
interview.
This isn't an interview. This is just talk.
Oh,
Alright, we're gonna start this.
Okay. Alright, then you start, Faye. What are you doing? Like your artist self. How have you been
Oh.
keeping active creatively? Creatively.
Oh gosh, I have a boring answer.
Okay.
So you can start it.
What? I just asked you to start. I was like,
She's like, okay, I got it.
okay, I
And
got
she gave
it.
to
Go
you.
ahead. What?
that was a dope swerve, dude. If I was back in school, I would use that.
Oh my gosh. All right, I
raise
got
my
it.
hand.
All right,
have
I
a
got
boring
it.
answer.
You go first.
Dude, I would do that to the teachers. Hey, I'm gonna write a skit. I'm gonna write a sketch about that. Who knows?
It's
Who
like-
knows the answer?
She does that so much.
You go first. You go
It's
first.
like you're just like, hey, I'm glad. Hey, hey,
That was
thank you,
kind.
thank you for. I'm glad that you asked me that question. Tom, like what the fuck?
What?
That's so
Tom,
funny.
why don't you answer that? What the fuck? That could be
Who's
an entire
Tom?
skit. I can see like an entire boardroom. You know, like an entire boardroom where just like they're about to do like this whole thing, and then like like I can see an entire boardroom all just pass the buck until it gets to the original guy. Just one entire skit of people just not talking about anything.
I have an idea for a screenplay.
Okay.
For like a short film.
All right.
Are you guys ready?
Let's
You
go.
guys are all
Ready.
welcome to be part of it. But
Ooh.
it's about a kid who wants to learn how to Bollywood dance. Right? He wants to learn how to Bollywood dance.
Okay.
And so he goes to this master, this teacher,
Okay.
and he's like, "Oh, I need you to teach me how to Bollywood dance." And then he goes, "Well, first I need you to change 100 light bulbs."
I knew
and I want-
this is where it's going.
and I want you to pet 1,000 dogs, right? And then later on, he's like, he gets mad, like in the Karate Kid, he gets mad where he's like, "I thought you were gonna teach me how to Bollywood dance, you old guy." And then he plays Bollywood music, and he's like, "Change the light bulbs." And then
He's like this. Yeah, he's like, it's like,
and he's like, "Pet all the dogs," and he's like, and then it's gonna be called Dance Walla.
what?
Dance Walla.
What's
That's actually
Dance
pretty
Walla?
funny. That's hilarious.
Let's
Walla
do it.
means-
Let's do this skit.
Walla means boy. Like in Slumdog Millionaire, how he's like, "Oh, you're the chai walla." That's like tea boy. But
isn't
now
like-
he's like the dance boy, like dance walla.
Oh, okay. So as we continue, and Faye finally answers that question. Shout outs to a couple people. Sai said, "Let it rip." Also, Kingpin once
Yeah.
again. He says finally, and hello everyone. Sarah Zale, she says, "Hey Kuya, it's Dremagix," and then Kingpin once
Where?
again says, "Lol."
Who knows? They don't know me. Who's that?
Sarah Zale.
They don't
Who's
know.
that?
Sarah
They
Zale.
don't know my story.
Sarah Zale
Yeah.
is a new streamer that I want to shout
You know my
out.
struggle.
Her name is Mary Lauren, and she just started
Oh, is that
streaming.
Mary Lauren?
Yes, it is.
Oh, what's up?
And
ma'am?
let me say this. She just made affiliate about a week ago.
I'm
on
scratching my
Twitch.
back. Is that allowed?
You can do whatever you want. There's worse things that happen on this podcast.
Like what? Like what?
Scratching other parts. Just a really quick shout out. Yeah, she made affiliate. And
Ooh.
I am the first subscriber to her channel. I actually have the first badge on Twitch, like right beside my name, and it just says first. I'm like, yeah, I'm the first one. Yes. Anyway, Sarah
does that give
Zale.
you?
Sarah Zale. I don't know how to say it. Sub fam. Sarah Zale.
What do you get?
And she says, "Sub fam." Once again, also, you guys can ask questions anytime during the podcast. We will answer them here on the podcast. Any kind of questions, advice questions, or if
Are you watching
guys.
on Twitch?
She's watching on Twitch, and we also have people watching on
I'm on
Facebook.
the Facebook one.
Yeah, on
So
Facebook.
I gotta do
as well.
both?
If you want to. I'm monitoring it, so you don't have to. Just focus on.
I
you.
just want to
So-
be included, you know?
Oh no, I'll include you. I got you. That's why I'm.
Don't call me
I'm in
God.
charge
Small
of-
violin.
I'm in charge of just reading the chats and stuff. But Faye, you go first. What are you doing? You said it was boring, but I don't think it's gonna be boring. I think it's gonna be insightful.
No,
but
because like
what-
you said, in terms of being creative, like
Yeah.
I feel like I've been busy. I've been working. I'm also doing school stuff,
Okay.
and like it's rare for me to like sing right now, and just play my guitar and sing.
Mhm.
Just because I feel like I've been busy. But yeah, I will be singing, composing music.
Yeah. No, it's interesting because like we kind of started the podcast in that respect. Like remember like the first time we tried, like we did a Facebook Live where we just sang and we did like music, worship music, stuff like that. So, cool. Sharissa. what are you doing to be creative during this time of COVID Norma?
Coco Ichibanya.
Okay, what the? Okay, yeah. Anyway, yes.
I play ukulele, and recently I've been writing a song. I feel like it's almost done.
What's it about?
Ooh, nice.
What? Play
What is it
live?
about?
Are you gonna play live on a podcast?
Is it about a boy?
No, it's
It's not about a boy.
It's about a
Losing interest. Go ahead. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Can we play it?
It's about
So
a man named Jesus.
Oh.
This is a man named
Ooh.
Jesus. Jesus?
Ooh.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, like.
I feel
it's
like
just
you
a
always
Spanish
take
version.
You take the lowest hanging fruit of jokes.
I do because no one ever takes the lowest hang. It's the easiest one to pick.
Those are the most rotten.
Huh? Or the most ripe.
I'm so good.
It's the ripest one. It's the one about to fall off.
That's the one that. Those are the soft grapes of jokes.
Okay, well, anyway. I like soft grapes. Aren't the softest grapes like raisins? I like soft grapes. No, wait.
Raisins are frozen grapes are fire. You need to do the frozen.
Oh, frozen grapes?
Grape.
I'd try that. I'd try
Yeah.
that. Also, also songs. Maybe play it after the podcast. On the OnlyFans. Oh, no, we don't have an OnlyFans. What is it? Patreon? I don't know what the other ones. Isn't the OnlyFans a bad one?
OnlyFans. You know what? I'm gonna do a social experiment where I create an OnlyFans, but only make non-porn content.
I mean, yeah, wouldn't that just be like a Patreon? So
Yeah, but it's not an OnlyFans.
but it's on an OnlyFans. But would you have like would the titles of every video be innuendo, but it's actually just like not?
No, I would just be like magic trick.
I make this.
But
But what would be the thumbnail?
Huh?
Why are you interested in the thumbnail?
No,
My
because
actual-
that's
my
what makes
actual
people
thumbnail.
interested in clicking it, like the picture and then also the title.
That's true.
Oh, I would rip pictures
Ew, soft
of
grapes.
I would rip pictures of IG models and use it as a thumbnail. And I'm just,
What the heck?
okay, tell me when to stop. All right. Cool.
Go. All right. How about you, Dre? What are you doing
How
to be
about me?
creative during this time of COVID?
You know what? You just live creative. No, I'm just kidding. That's so fucking douchey. I feel like I am taking this time to not force myself to be creative. And I think that's the best thing I can do for myself, because if I force it, then I won't be able to produce the best possible product. But you know, you're an artist, and I'm not gonna cuss. You're an artist, so like every once in a while, like inspiration hits, or like you wake up and you're like, I miss doing this. So I always keep a notebook around, so I'll just like, okay, let me write a thing and then put it away. And like what's up?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. But I really feel like allowing myself to like not care about anything when I don't have to is like really gonna put me in a very creative place later on. So
Cool.
I'm not all jokes and games.
For me, myself, and then we'll go to some questions as well too that we're getting.
What about you, KP?
Yeah, what about me? So,
I don't know. I haven't done a podcast before.
No, but like that's kind of what I've been doing. For me, my biggest thing in terms of keeping creative was just to create, to take the time to create content that I've either been wanting to create or haven't created before. That's why I'm doing the podcast. That's why I'm online more, considering that I'm more in front of a computer more often now than I used to be. So it's just stuff like that where that's just been like kind of my heart. In terms of writing, the thing is, I usually have my place of like kind of a muse place, like a place that I'm more inspired. And there's usually like coffee shops or like.
What's her name?
I won't share on the pod. No. So sometimes it's that too. Oh, that's another thing too. Like as a creative, like I'm usually inspired by scenario. and you don't have too many scenarios when you're stuck. So that has been a struggle for me. So I try to create scenarios online, stuff like that, and then just go with the flow in that respect. Also, like podcasts, like that's why I kind of keep the podcast. Like I think it's nice to keep the podcast kind of general, because you can get more inspired when you have more kind of a free form, improv type atmosphere. Um, so yeah, that's what I've been doing. A couple things.
Are you
Okay, go ahead.
are you using? Because I know there's like a line, right, where you're using things as an excuse to not create, which I think is detrimental.
Can you give me an example of that?
For example, myself, I know I'm using myself, so it doesn't seem like I'm attacking anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for myself, when I say do whatever the fuck you want and don't create if you don't want to, I am very much aware that I'm walking a thin line of I like having the notion to create, but not because I'm allowing myself not to.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that sounds like weirdly like circly, but using you not wanting to create, using that as an excuse, using mental health as an excuse for not creating when I feel like I should or want to. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it sounded good in my head.
Well, what's affecting you with your mental health is that like making your creativity stagnant, or is it like?
No, I mean, like, so as of right now, I'm like in this mode of do it if you want or don't do it, you know?
Yeah.
But I know, for example, last week there are a few times where I really wanted to do it, but I was using that pep talk to myself as an excuse that I didn't do, like to not do it. Right? Where it's like it's something I want, like, okay, for example, TikTok, right? I was like, man, just get on TikTok. It'll be really good. It's like a good way to build your brand, whatever. And then I was using the like, but I'm on vacation mentality of like quarantine to like, and it's like it's okay that I'm on vacation because I need a break, but also like I really wanted to make these videos.
Mm-hmm.
And just getting over that hump of knowing when it's detrimental and when it's positive.
Cool.
That was a mouthful. Someone else.
So your justification was
right. Yes.
more impactful than you wanting to create it yourself.
Right.
Because you wanted to, but then you just you like did I mind tricked yourself into like
no, for real,
yeah.
I do that so often though. My brain works like that where
interesting.
I'll make up excuses for myself and I'll like I'm just like my own yes man, which is horrible to be, by the way. Like
I guess the question is, if you're able to convince yourself, is the project even worth it?
right. And that's ultimately what I came to, is like, oh, this will be good for me because if not directly impactful, it'll teach me mentalities or skills that will help me in the long game.
Cool. Before we continue, just want to give a couple more shout outs. Want to give a shout out to Vampinoy, who just subscribed to the channel on Twitch, so thanks so much.
Nice.
And Kingpin does have a question. I'm going to say that for a little bit later because we're going to be on this talk, but I do have your question ready when we get to that point. So just wanted to give those two shout outs. Also, once again, if you are here, feel free. Oh, it's Sai. Oh, it's Sai from Facebook, but he just switched over here to over here. Interesting. Kingpin just said, interesting. I see it differently. I see this isolation as a catalyst to be more creative by learning something new. Because now I have less distractions in the outside world. I have more time than I realized, and that I've been filling my time with I have been filling my time with distractions. So that's what Kingpin says. I kind of have like this idea of what you were talking about as well too. The idea of when you say like do whatever the F you want. I'm not gonna say the word. But doing whatever you want could be like, it could be an excuse to like during this time for to not do it. Basically, it's like, hey, do whatever you want, and That's okay too. I understand the idea of mental health. It's just like because it's such a different time. And we've had friends that talked about like, it's like, yeah, it's just I just want to make sure that I'm healthy mentally, emotionally, because this time is very stressful right now. Or you might have things going on within your family, close friends that are being affected by, because we forget, sometimes we forget on the day to day that we're quarantined, that, you know, people are suffering out there, like biologically, medically, like they're going through stuff. So in that regard, yeah, as a creative, I would even say, is it right for us as creatives, as people, as art, that are very artistic? Is it right for us to even be creative during this time? Is it necessary to be creative? Should we be holding back, or should we be doubling down on our creativity for the sake of community? Thoughts on that?
I feel like if we're not using this time effectively, whatever that means to each of us,
Mm-hmm.
we're doing a disservice to the people who are considered essential and are, you know, they're not for, well, they chose to work in those careers, but
Mm-hmm.
they have to work during this time. So I feel like I think it's just important to use the time
Bless you.
to, yeah, bless you, use this time to figure out whatever you want to do. I don't think we're forced to be creative, not be creative.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as you're doing it with good intent and yeah, just pretty much good reasoning and not like what's the reason behind you doing it? Is it for the followers or is it for community, like you said, or is it for
Mm-hmm.
like yeah. That's my 2 cents.
Okay.
Good. For me, yeah, you can be mourning with them or grieving with them,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean that you have to stay like that the whole season, the whole time, because like what Sherbe said, you can be a light to other people, and you can actually change that kind of mentality if you're doing what you're doing in a positive way.
How
Yeah,
about you,
I
Joey?
think like ultimately it goes back to why you're doing, like if you're an artist, like why are you doing it? You know, like both of them said, it's like if you're doing it for a like if you're doing it for one reason but you're telling yourself you're doing it for another reason, I think that's where problems arise, because the the real reason you're doing it, that attitude is going to show up more than what you're lying to yourself about, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, like
Yep.
there are, and I'm only because it's my experience, there are magicians out there that are claiming, oh, they're doing magic to like change the world. And in my head, I'm like, you freaking do magic tricks, dude. You're not gonna like change the whole world with one show. Or like, you know what I mean? There's some
Mm-hmm.
like musicians that are like trying to change the whole ethos of the world, but I think that's where people get into incongruity with what they're actually doing, right? Like for myself, if I do a show, I'm like, I just want to make you smile for like a second, and I'm fine. Like I'm not trying to change the world. I just like want to have fun with everyone. You know what I mean? And that take the intent however you want, noble or not, or like not doing enough. But that's like the honest. It's like the very self-aware approach of like, this is what I want. This is the only thing I want. So I won't. There won't be a situation where I overreach or I'm disingenuous,
Genuous.
disingen, disingenuine, disingenuous. One of those. So the correct one.
One of those.
Um,
This in
I
this
that's like
disingenuous.
disin disindigestionist.
D- d-
That one.
This
Um,
indigenous.
this in this indigenous. Um,
Indigenous.
but oh, what'd you say about anus? Um,
It went
But
from
yeah, it's-
world to anus.
We went in such a
Hey,
serious talk to
welcome.
talking about anus.
Hey,
Nice. Welcome
Hey.
to It's a Working Podcast.
if world equals anus, welcome to my anus.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
You're welcome, everybody.
No. Oh,
But
no.
it really is about like the intent, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're joking. Like, let's be real. At this point in time, this podcast is not going to change the world. Fair, fair. Like at this point, where
Mhm.
it's at now,
Well,
with the
define
Okay.
change the world. Like
Oh,
our
okay.
material is changing the world, or is it the fact that we build a popularity where we use that to like I
okay,
don't know
in
cater
my
or like
head,
to
it's
talk about another
change
like
the world on an
issue.
institutional level. It's not doing that as of right now,
Okay.
right? But if we're being honest about what we're doing at this very moment, not like the past episodes you guys have done, this Dremagix mistake episode that you guys allowed me to be on.
Mistake episode.
Straight to the vault.
We're at least making people giggle, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm sorry,
with
we're actually
me.
cutting this episode.
Well, you know
this
what?
is just a trial run.
Well, maybe we should go back to sound checking
Yeah.
then. Damn it!
Oh my god.
But you guys see what I mean, though, right? Like it's not.
Well, like,
All
one,
what it is.
one of the reasons why I wanted to do the podcast was to, like, in terms of the definition of like your world, I think like the world around you, or to like for me, like one of the reasons why I wanted to do podcasting or at least like have talks like this on a weekly basis is, to create like a type of community where people like they don't forget that there's community out there. That was always been my intention, and even starting like the like kind of doubling down during this time in Corona, to remind people like there's still people there you can still talk to. There's still community. There's still people that like you can touch base with, you can connect with, even though you're not connecting
Right.
them with them like physically in the same room, stuff like that. Like that's always been my heart. So in that regard, it is changing your world, I guess you can say.
Yeah,
in
right,
that
right.
sense, yeah.
I feel you on that. I'm like,
Yeah, but yeah, dude, I also feel like the idea that like
Perspective.
if that's not genuine to me, like if I just use that as like, oh, that's my spiel, but really all I want to do is like, oh, I want to like make it successful on streaming or stuff like that, like it would show, like, and it'll show with me, and I mean, and if I were to be like totally like genuine and honest, like that's a struggle that I deal with mentally and emotionally as well too. It's just like, yeah, I want this thing to be successful because I want, like I want,
Yeah.
it would be nice to have the rewards of being successful, not just for myself, but everyone involved in the podcast as well too, because we work hard to create it. That
Right.
being said, like I can't miss the underlying fact of why I create, and as a creative, I think that that's very important. That like especially during times of crises, a lot of times that's usually when you get the most creative things happening.
I don't like
But
how you use the word crises.
crises.
It's singular. It's crisis.
Crisi.
No,
It's
don't.
crisis. It's just crisis.
It's crisis.
Crises. Sorry.
No one has ever.
It's like when
Use
people
the word-
say
It's my
fishes,
accent.
it's supposed to be
Crisis.
fish.
It's
It's
crisis.
fish.
It's my Tagalog. No,
fish.
we're fine. Yeah.
No, don't use that. Don't use that. as a thing.
Oh no, so
Don't use
it's the crisis. It's the multiple crises that are going on, and during times of crisis, that's usually when then creatives tend to be the most important, be the most reflective on not just what's happening, but how we can get through it as well too. As an artist, that's kind of why that's one of the things that really really got me to be an artist. That was one of the things that motivated me. A couple of shout outs before we continue. Just wanted to give shout outs to a couple of people watching online. De La Torre Eros. What's up, Eros? Nice to see you. Chris, he said Chris Lar. I don't know what's Chris Lar. Also a couple other people. Joey. Joey. I can't say your last name. It's my Kuya Joey, basically from the Methodist Church a long time ago. And then my cousin Joel, Kuya Joel, from Chicago, also watching as well too. and a few more people online in Twitch. Once again, if you're here, just say hello. Also, you can ask any questions while we're still having the podcast. We will answer them live. Um, oth- Other than that, if we don't have, unless you want to add anything else, I did want to get into Kingpin's question. But let me ask real quick before we do that. Do you have anything else to add in terms of kind of like the focus of being creative during this time? Like any kind of final reflections on being creative during this time of COVID? Or just being creative in general? Anyone? Or we could just we're just looking. We're like Adam.
Okay, so like in terms of being creative, I think my number one advice that I always give people is be as curious as you can, because when you're curious, you'll play with everything.
Mm.
And that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want to be creative, then you have to pull inspiration from everything, or else you're gonna limit yourself.
Mm.
I feel that
Like KP, if you want to watch Beyblade Babes, like be creative, man.
hey, that's my point of creativity. But I do feel that I think that's why I wanted to start something like this as well too, or I think we all did. And I think like when me and Faye first started, that was our thing too. It's like we just want to do something. We just want to do something. We want to finally just instead of talking about it, let's finally do something about it. So yeah, I like the idea of just be curious. So, all right. So we'll transition from there. I did want to get into Kingpin's question. So Kingpin from Twitch has the topic of how was everyone's Mother's Day, and what was done during the COVID pandemic to celebrate it. So we're gonna start. Oh shoot! Sorry, my chair's like breaking.
Oh, nice.
Oh my god! I sit on a kitchen chair and it's like about to break. Like it actually cracked right now. I thought I was gonna fall in the middle of the podcast, so I'm just balancing on like one leg right now.
Oh shoot!
That being said, I just got my chair too.
Challenge! Don't change the chair.
I'm not gonna change the chair until after the podcast. But I'm super balancing right now, and it's funny because my new chair just came in, so I have to assemble it. But let's start with Charissa. What you do for your mama?
Me and my brothers gave her our gift, and then my aunt and her family, they actually came over, and we haven't seen them since like the quarantine started, so it was nice. We had shabu shabu, pretty chill.
Wait, how'd you have shabu shabu? Like in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We have the pots and the divider.
Oh,
We fancy, you know?
We fancy. Okay,
Nice.
shabu shabu. All right, cool.
Dang, dude.
How about you, Dre?
I celebrated on Saturday, and I made my mother breakfast, which was a mistake in drinking Friday night and waking up. And here's the thing: when I do shit like that, I'll get like overly ambitious, where I'll like, nah, man, we're gonna make our own pandesal, and then like, and I'm like drunk Friday night, like looking up pandesal recipes, like, how do you do this? And then like, how do you make these pancakes? And then how do you make these like longanisa eggs or whatever? So did that, and then we got
like
drunk.
an amazing pandesal.
Yeah, it was a very early morning, and it was very late breakfast.
All right, before we
A
get to
brunch.
Faye, real quick, Vam Pinoy. I like his name. So it's like vampire and Pinoy together. Vam Pinoy says, I like what Dre said about pulling inspiration from everything. My creative thing is storytelling and would build and world building for D&D and borrow ideas from
I want to play
wherever I
D&D
can.
so bad.
Dude, Sai, like we want to play D&D. Do you think you can do an online D&D? Like if we like all jumped in like a Discord or a what's the other freaking thing?
Invite.
The
Wait,
thing with
you're on it.
No, yeah, no, but like we can't all be like this messenger we're using, but like what's the freaking other thing? Zoom. Like if we do the Zoom, like I'm legitimately asking if you wanted to be like a dungeon master, because me, Dre, a couple other people that we know too been wanting to do in D&D. So let us know. Actually, let us know. And also Kingpin says, pandesal sarap. Vampanoy once again says, "Yeah, man, I play online now with Google Hangouts." Ooh.
I want to play it.
Okay.
That's right.
We are
We have a
legitimately
Facebook
talking
question.
to you. Oh, do we? Okay, what's the
It
Facebook
says,
question?
"Do a magic trick and get us out of here."
That's not a question.
I am not. Oh, sorry. Do a magic trick and get us out of here? I'm not.
Oh,
Trust
and
me,
since
if
it
I could,
wasn't
I
said,
would.
yeah, actually, Dre's a magician. It's like his creative. Like, if you didn't get it, like he's a magician, I guess. Yeah. Vampanoy, I'm prepping for my game tonight right now. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, but invite us. That doesn't affect us. We want to play.
Yeah, totally.
Let us play.
Sarah Zale says, I played D&D once. It was super fun. It's role playing. It is pretty great. We want to try it as well too. We need to get a group together, and then if he's interested, like we can do it. He's in the East Coast though, so but we can still do it over Zoom or Google Hangouts is what they use, I guess. Cool. So Faye, what did you do for your mama?
For Mother's Day, well, because I was working night shift, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I got home, I was thinking of going to Walmart and buy flowers.
Mm.
But I actually got in trouble the day before because I had people come over my house and we're doing social distancing. So she was she was disappointed, and literally, because I had 2 days, my friends were at my house.
Mhm.
2 days? I thought it was just 1 day.
Bro,
Oh, okay. Here we go.
my other friends went here too. But
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
but yeah.
You already knew you were gonna get in trouble.
I know. I was like, you know
You
what?
added like
Because my friend,
fuel to
You
the
double
fire.
down.
no,
You double down.
She was texting
Say,
me
well, I'm in
saying that
trouble
she was gonna get
already.
in trouble.
Hold on.
I
Were you
don't
like,
know.
you're like, I'm not having one friend over. I'm having two.
I had 3 the first day.
Dang.
Wow.
No,
So you really
no,
doubled
but
it. It's just like I had
because-
one.
No, because
I had multiple friends
Okay.
both days.
my friends are from San Francisco.
Mm.
Now I'm like whispering because she's in. But yeah.
You're out here humping the curve.
So,
We're supposed to be
like-
flattening the curve. You're humping it.
But yeah.
Fondling that curve.
And the thing
Exciting the
too, like,
curve.
I actually woke up late for Mother's Day. Well, yeah, I was gonna.
Oh yeah.
But my mom had work too, so today I brought food when I got home from work. I got pancit canton.
Oh, nice.
Everyone can eat.
I feel like food is better than flowers.
I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
I feel like food's better than flowers, but also I'm a dude,
Yeah.
so like I wouldn't know the inner workings of the people.
Has anyone ever
Food
gotten you
is better than
flowers?
flowers, but flowers are nice.
Me?
Have you ever gotten flowers?
Yeah, once, and it was like weirdly, I was like weirdly happy.
Weirdly happy. You're like, oh my
But,
god.
Weirdly
but also, if someone brought me food, I probably would have been happier.
All right.
Mm.
I know the way to your heart now. Oh,
You know what, man?
here we go.
You had me at.
Kingpin's challenging us again. Kingpin's asking, do the ladies prefer flowers or food?
Good question. Can I get one flower and then the food?
Okay, well, as always, like the last podcast, Kingpin, Faye just wants food, really. So just put flour, yeah. If the food was made with flour, like FLOUR, like she probably likes that more.
Hey, I have a.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh no, I shouldn't tell you that story. It's,
You can say whatever you want. We got time.
no, because like people know me, and I'm gonna be talking about a specific person.
Okay, so then talk
Do
about a
it.
general person.
I
General
don't know how to
person.
do it without
All right.
incriminating
While you're
somebody.
thinking about that, Kingpin saying, decisions. Just to let you know, Dre, last time Kingpin was with us in podcast, he ended up catering our lunch. So we ended up getting Poke Bowls from him.
And we appreciate that. Thank
and we
you.
do appreciate
Yeah.
that. We gave you a shout out online as well too.
Why
We're
didn't
trying
you
to-
bring me that on that
on
one?
that one? I
Oh
mean,
wait, question.
Sure.
Can you ask him if that's his Instagram? Cause
So, oh yeah, Kingpin, was the Instagram that they tagged you in? Was that your Instagram?
I don't.
You're
I know
welcome.
it's
Number
weird.
one, he says you're welcome, and yeah, they want to know if that was your actual Instagram because they tagged you on Instagram, the @kingpin_55. No, that wasn't him.
I figured. See, KP, that's your fault.
No, I specifically
What
told you
else are we
guys.
gonna shout out? Like,
I told because we had, so I just said make sure you say Kingpin55 on Instagram, but don't at him on Instagram. I told you that. Don't add him on Instagram because I don't know if it's Kingpin. Just say Kingpin55 on Twitch.
that's not the point. The point is to actually get it so he can be like saying the name.
Well, I guess then we're asking, what's your Instagram? If you don't mind sharing it, if you do mind sharing it, it's fine.
I feel like it's too late now.
Okay, fine. It's fine. He said it's all good.
I feel like
Oh
I
my-
wasn't invited to a lunch that already happened.
You kind of were
Oh, I'm
invited
sorry.
to a lunch
Sorry.
that already happened. But it looks like the ladies do like food over flowers. Yes? No? What about you, Sharissa? Food over flowers.
Dang, is that the new bros before ho? Is that
Food over
flowers?
Food over flowers? Maybe.
Bombs
It's
over
all about
Baghdad?
the act of kindness. Oh yeah, because we were talking about love languages. What's your love language, Dre? Do you know your love language?
I have different ones. Like, okay, from what perspective though? Like, of giving love or receiving love?
Receiving. You receiving.
Receiving. I
Yeah.
like all the love
See,
languages.
that's what I said. Because there's ways that you receive, and then
right,
you also
which are
give.
very different, right?
Yes, they're different.
I feel like receiving. I like all of them because
Okay.
I'm a brat. All of them. Like, treat me. I think
Treat me.
giving, like, in terms of giving, I am a very big. Oh, I guess both. It's what are all the love languages again? I'll look them up. It's all right. You don't have to do that.
I can say it.
do
Yeah,
it.
she can just say
It's quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, and receiving gifts.
I'm a quality time and physical
Yeah.
touch guy.
Oh yeah, that's me too. Oh, that's why we get along.
Yeah, I don't like it when you touch me though.
Huh?
I don't like it when you touch me though.
That's not what you always say, but okay, yeah. Well,
'Cause your hands
I
are
can't
very-
say the.
your hands are like
Crickets.
your hands are like sandpaper.
Kingpin said it's all good. He also said it's
It's
all
like
about
scratching.
the
It's like scratching sandpaper back here.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll use gloves next time. Anyway,
No love without a glove.
I'll lotion up next time. So Arrow says, when are you recording another short film poem? It's to me, but I will say this. We don't have the info yet, but Dre, aren't you releasing a video soon? A short
That's
film?
Walla. Oh no, yeah, a different short film.
I'd rather shout yours out because I am part of the production on the
Yeah.
on
So
the
on
release, so.
on Friday, so 2 years ago. How far do you want me to go back? When I was born,
No,
2 years
wait.
ago.
Wait.
So 2 years ago, I wrote a magic show, but it was a storytelling format. So it was like, the way we describe it to people was, it's a musical without the music.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of music, you put in magic. So it's a
Magical.
magical.
It's magical.
Anyway,
It's a magical.
Three.
Oh yeah, that took me a little bit.
Oh my god.
you
It's a
warned
magical.
me? Wow.
It's
So
a magical.
small.
Oh yeah, it's a magical.
I hate you.
Oh my
Anyway, and so we did a live show, and then the year after we filmed a short film with the same story, same tricks. I mean, it's edited for a short film, and we're releasing it on Friday. My co-star, Dia Frampton, is in it because she's my co-star.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I would have just called her something else. But yeah, it was
Yeah,
me.
me
and
and
then,
Charissa are like, what? What would else would you call her? Like, I saw her
I
face
don't know.
just go, what? What would you call her? Anything else?
Sometimes I just talk and I don't know what's gonna come out. Okay?
Oh my God.
There's
It's called filter.
no,
Filter.
there's no filter here. But yeah, so we're gonna release that on Friday. Short film, directed by the director, and then I wrote it. And then Dia Frampton's in it. A bunch of my friends are in it. KP did BTS photography that
did.
day.
Oh, actually,
Um,
Sarah Zale was also doing BTS with me. She was my assistant that day.
Who?
Sarah Zale.
word.
Mary. Mary.
Oh yeah,
She was doing it.
that's right.
I mean, she's in the
No,
chat, so I'm just gonna shout it out. Like, she was my
for the
assistant that
short
day.
film, not for the live
Oh, the short
show.
film? Oh, sorry. No, I was thinking
Yeah.
the live show that it did derive
No.
from.
Just okay,
My
but
bad.
we're doing
Go.
it Friday.
Keep going. You keep
if
going.
you guys want to watch it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be posting flyers and flowers, and
And
food.
And food. Nice.
Flowers.
I only saw a
Yeah.
snippet of it, so yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
only saw the
snippet?
I only saw the beginning. Remember when we were at the lounge in K
What
Town?
lounge? Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just you two.
Okay.
I was kidding.
I remember. Yeah, the whole
when,
thing.
When you were
So-
playing Jared Grimble music to her, when you were.
Nope.
No,
Different
I think I don't.
When you.
Is
Anyway,
KP, stop while you're ahead.
so. But I'm a. My name is KP. I'm not ahead. So. Anyway. So.
You're
Follow
a
at.
butt.
So follow at Dremagix on IG this week. You're gonna see flyers and
At
stuff.
the Dremagix.
At the Dremagix. This week, so you can see all that
Oh,
stuff.
huh?
That being said, Van Pinoy also says, my love language is making fun of each other until one of us takes it too far and we have to apologize by getting food. That is a love.
I think it's just verbal abuse.
So it's like some weird, like, words of deformation? Defamation. Words of defamation.
Why are you shoehorning big words? Just use regular words.
Deaffirmation.
What's considered a
Yeah.
regular word?
Deformation.
A word
Def-
a word where you don't
defamation.
have to struggle with,
Def-
like you did.
It's still a word. I
It's
got it.
perspective.
I'm the
but
smart.
also he struggled with it.
I'm intelligent.
So,
I went.
it's
I
difficult
went to
for
school.
you.
But
Speak Tagalog, maybe. You don't.
Imagine
Yeah.
imagine that's like his word of the day, and he's just trying to integrate it in this conversation.
word of the day. It's just I wanted to use the deformation.
I hope you're not doing that sporadically.
I know.
Ooh.
Oh.
Did you get the reference? Did you get the reference? No, we got the reference. Okay.
I wanted to sound more eloquent.
It's okay.
Clueless. No.
A couple other shout outs on Facebook. I wanted to shout out Joe Gunawan is watching, and also Tita May from
What
our
up,
church is
Joe?
watching. Also watching on
Gunawan.
Facebook.
Hello.
We have a couple more minutes. If you have any last minute questions, we do have a few more minutes before the end of the podcast. So leave the questions here on either Twitch or Facebook, wherever you are watching. The words of deprecation is what Vampanoy said. It's deprecation. Oh, I'm sorry, my
That's
bad.
another big word.
Deprecation.
How about just sad words? Too easy.
Words of my vacation. Whatever.
How long is this?
It's as long as we make. We have a couple more minutes. Any more questions from either
What's the-
Facebook or do you have questions, Ray, for us?
What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened in your life?
It's usually like trying to ask a girl out and finding out they already had a boyfriend. That feels personally embarrassing. That's
I
me.
mean, yeah.
I'm just.
Good
You
job.
ask. It doesn't have to be funny.
Yeah.
That's me.
No, it
Like,
just took a sad turn.
it's super embarrassing.
That's fine.
Like,
It just took like a
Yeah.
U-turn
it
to
just
like.
took like
This is like one of those times where like you stop playing a game because it stops being fun. Like
and the game is my relationship status. You stop playing because it's not fun.
it's,
Oh, I'm lonely.
Aw.
Oh, this chair's about to fall now. Oh my gosh. Like I feel the leg.
You
It's
sound
like not there anymore.
you said I'm lonely.
Look.
What about you guys? Charissa Donnell and Alexander Faye?
Alexander.
That I
Faye?
forgot. That's what you said, no?
Alexandra. Faye.
Alexandra, actually.
Oh, my AirPods broke. Sorry.
My
Also, I'm
AirPods
a moron.
autocorrect. My AirPods autocorrected. Sorry.
Yeah. So
It's a hard question.
is this
Embarrassing thing. If it is embarrassing, I blocked it off from my memory because I can't
You Men in
remember
Black
anything.
Smart
yourself.
move.
You flashy penned yourself.
You flash your pen. Just need you to stare right
Yeah, I
here at my heart.
I did.
Why does it always get to that place with
As it
you?
disappears. As you forget. Anyway.
I feel like whenever you
Alright,
talk
fine.
about your relationship status, it's very woe is me. That
It
would
is
be
a
the,
little
the-
woe is me, but that's my
that's-
shtick.
That's that's your brand.
That's my brand.
Whoa, dude.
My brand is woe is me. Woe is me, but I'm fine. Like I'm fine, but woe is me. That's my
I feel
brand.
sad. You're such a
Like-
martyr.
He has the I don't give an F attitude.
Does it? Is he? Does it? Is he? Is he? Does it?
I don't give an F as I cry in my bowl of ramen. Yes, this ramen is very salty from all my tears.
Smile, though your heart is aching.
Vampinoy has one last question. How do you set relationship games to easy mode? I don't know what that even means, but whatever.
Oh, listen. You
Okay.
go to you move out of California and you move to the Midwest.
Oh, dang. Dang.
Like California 2, a California 4 turns into like a whole Ohio 8. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Less
Smart.
go-
competition.
It's like
Is that what you're
just go-
saying?
The
Just
entire
go
country,
inward,
the
yo.
entire country is on normal, and California is on legendary
Expert.
mode. Yeah, it's.
Legendary mode.
Oh, Kingpin says, "Hey, I live in Chicago," so he is from
Chicago
the
is like, yeah, but that's a famous city. I'm saying go move into like a dookie city, like a.
Where are you saying where we would
I-
have a chance?
we have 8 viewers right now.
Yo, I would.
So you
I bet
have,
you would kill it in Oklahoma.
There you go. So who's from Oklahoma? Vampinoy says I live in NYC. Yeah, so like none of them can.
That's hard. That's expert. That's expert mode.
Nice. That's extra mode.
Or
Yeah.
if you're a DDR player, that's
That's like 8
panoramic
stars.
mode.
8 stars. Paul Ube just joined. We're about to end actually. Paul Ube or Pooh Bear.
Oh, the Filipino guy's late.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're all Filipino, I think. Most of them are. Vampinoy, it's impossible here in New York City. I feel you, bro. I've
Try the
been there.
Naked Man.
What, huh?
The Naked Man.
What's
from
that?
How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, I don't know that.
is that your
reference.
method?
Naked
I
Man?
didn't-
Is
No.
that what you're gonna do?
No, it's not. I mean, but they said 1 in 4, so you know. I don't know.
I'm glad I watched that episode.
So just do 12 of them. You'll get at least 3.
Wow, those odds.
Okay.
But that's what dating is, though. Playing the numbers. See, bring it back to a really serious place.
It almost ends up talking about dating at the end. Like, it's closer to 1 in 10. It's closer to 1 in 10. 1 in 10 chance. That's what Vampinoy says. 1 in 10 chance that he'll find someone successfully. I feel you,
Then
bro.
Do 10 of them then.
Then Dre says do 10. Do all 10. Like
I mean,
at one at a time, or
I'm talking to someone right now.
oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, we're ending with that. We're ending with talking to somebody. Okay, let's end with talking to somebody.
do you have that sound? Do you have that sound?
Why
queued
is this the first time I'm hearing this?
On
Because
the
this
Right.
happened
exclusive to this podcast.
She
We'll
was
only
waiting
talk
for-
about it.
I was
I'm
gonna
hurt.
tell you.
We're only talking about it.
I have a question. Was it one of those friends that you were humping the curve?
No. No. No.
Because then being in trouble would have been worth it. You know?
It
Like,
might have been.
Ooh.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like, you're happy, so I'm happy for you. And
Although one of them likes me, but no. No.
It happened during the stayovers.
They-
What Kingpin said.
so
Oh.
he let me put this into perspective though.
Okay.
This guy, he's a guy, the one that
Yeah.
likes you.
Yes.
He risked his life and the life of everyone in the city to be
Yeah,
with
I don't
you.
want that. No.
I'm just saying. I'm stating facts. I'm not putting emotional spins on it. But he risked his life. But also, like,
He's a catch, you know.
but also, you know, maybe he's one of those guys that should move to Nebraska. Like, who fucking knows? Right?
No. He's actually one of the guys that I talked to on that online dating that I had for 3 days only.
Whoa! I told you.
Bruh.
Yeah, you had
And
an online dating for
I
3 days. You get someone. I had online dating for 6 months, and no one talked to me back. What the freak?
Because you're a guy.
I am a
It's
guy.
different for
Freaking
us.
A, me,
It's different
being
for
guy.
us. Because I
how is
bet
it
you set up
different?
your profile and you swiped for like a day. And I felt like that's what you
No.
did.
No, I did it for a good month at one point. For a good
Like
month.
hardcore swiping.
Like a good month, yeah. A good month.
Alright. Well,
And I'm a guy. It's true, I'm a guy. So it's a little different for us. It's a lot of
what?
it's a lot of different. Maybe. Well, online dating. Online dating. Online dating.
The time of my life.
Can we end it here?
And
I was trying to do that. It's such. I'm gonna do TikToks of me just like lip syncing, and then my real voice comes in and it like destroys.
And it destroys everyone's perception. It's like,
Yes, I
oh,
swear.
damn. It's like, is this the outro? I surely hope so. So we are gonna stay online just for a little bit longer. For you guys that have the privilege of actually seeing us live. But we are gonna end the official podcast here. Of course, you can see the VOD tonight. I'm gonna be uploading it at 8 o'clock tonight. Hopefully, you do get it. And then you'll also hear it tomorrow on Spotify. But we are going to end it here as Dre sings us out. Thank you so much for
I was
watching
providing
the
you
live.
with background music.
Yes, you are. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for everyone who's joining us live. Again, we're going to be here for a little bit more after, but we are ending the official podcast. Thank you so much. This has been It's a Working Podcast. My name is KP.
Say.
Sharissa.
And I'm Dre.
Yes, that's Dre. All right, we're out.